One, two, three, four, five. Hey, welcome back to another Cigar Talk, all things in the Philippines. Well, I remember yesterday I did a video on success. But what is success? What is success? Well, that can be a perception of someone of what they expect success to be moving from abroad in a modern society to a third world country called the Philippines. What is your expectation of coming here? What is your plan? So success, I touched on yesterday, is only part of it, but there's other ways we can be successful too in the Philippines. It's not just your destination, but is that the place you want to reside when you come here that you've seen for the first time? Or is there another place you'd like to reside? Something that may accommodate more of your choices or behavior tendencies. Is it Angeles City, just the populated areas where all the expats are? Or is it some of these cities that are in the outliner cities? Central Luzon, South Luzon, south of Manila, Mindanao, Surigao, different places that have less expats, but are more accommodating for your style of more peace, quiet maybe, depending on what kind of quiet there is. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can be successful at. And living successful is just enjoying your life day by day, knowing that you came here either to be a permanent resident and live your life here as a long vacation until you pass away. Or you're here for touristy reasons for only 4 months to see what it's like to get your feet wet a little bit about what the Philippines really looks like, experiences, and sounds like. But these are different things you have to look at when you talk about success. Another one of those is that most expats might not know until they get here is that the clothes are smaller. So you might want to look at like your shoes. I wear a 13. Okay, so I knew those sizes they didn't have here in the Philippines. They're very hard to come by, very rare. So I made sure that I got myself enough size 13 shoes, tennis shoes, and thongs, flip-flops, or as they say in some places, tinsilis, I think they call them tinsilis in Filipino. But yeah, the shoes you're going to find out, most of you probably don't have a size 13. I'm in between 6'1" and 6'2", and I have a size 13 shoe, foot. So it's hard to find here. And so there are places in the mall, such as S&M store, that there is a place in there that has different kinds of clothes, or different brand names. But there is one section that does have extra large 5X, 4X American style. So your 2X Filipino style is not the 2X in the States. So those are things you're going to want to know. You're going to experience that when you get here, so you're going to have to try different things. You know, it's like going to the grocery store and you see, okay, well, they don't have this here, but you find out you went to a different store or another store and you found what you needed. You're going to have to shop around sometimes to find out what you need. Now, they do have S&Rs here that are like a Costco. And that caters to not only to the people of the Philippines, but it caters more to the foreigners. So you have more options. You know, you can get real sausage, real 100% Angus beef. You can get all kinds of things. It's like a Costco. They sell in bulk or small portions. So those are things you want to think about, you know. And before you come here, how are you going to get your stuff here? What are you going to take with you? Well, they have buy-in ballet boxes, they call them, buy-in boxes. They're about $85 a box, and they're sent overseas. So in your local area, wherever you're from, you'd want to, before you came here, research where you get the boxes from. A Filipino store usually has them, okay? We had a place called Filipino Cuisine. They serve food there, plus had buy-in boxes. And you can call somebody, they'll give you a number. You get your box made, get it all wrapped tight, put as much as you want in there heavy. It's only 85 tops. That's it. Basically, is $85. And you put as much as you want in there and then wrap it with good tape, wrap the whole box. And then they come and get it for you. I think we sent here, the first move here, when we first moved, we had 12 boxes. That's how many we had. So, you got to think about the things that you're going to leave behind, because you're not going to take everything. We sold both our cars. We sold our house. And then we had like a garage sale and sold some of our odds and ends we can't take in a box. And then we came here. And so you want to think about that too. What are you going to bring in a buy-and box, so that when you come, you only have 2 luggages and a carry-on. That's all you need. The rest, put in a buy-and box and send it ahead of you before you go. It usually takes about 3 months, but it all depends on what's happening around the world. If the ships are backed up, and it may take longer. I think the last one took us 5 months to get 3 boxes. But so send it ahead of time before you come. If you've planned, you made your decision, send it ahead of time. By the time you get here, maybe a month or two will go by and you'll get your boxes. But you'll have everything else you need in your suitcases, your check-ins, and your carry-on. So yeah, shoe sizes, you're going to have to look around. I would pack some of those extra thongs and stuff, because usually the size 13s is a 47 or 48. It's said European style. Europe style is 47, 48. So a 13 and a half would be between a 47 and a 48, approximately. So you can look at the shoe sizes. What's the Philippine size and what's the 10? For me, I can't get them here. Very rarely can I find a 13 here. Very rarely. And as much as there's foreigners here, if you're not in a touristy area, depending on what your size is, you'll probably be able to find some shirts and pants, or shorts that will fit you good. But I'm a little bigger, so it's hard to find like a good 4X shirt. Like this one here's a 4X, but it fits great. So it's a hit and miss sometimes when I order shirts. It can be a hit or miss. This one I found in S&M. It was a 4X, perfect. So they do have some sizes, but only one area in SM and Angeles City do I know that they have this size of shirt. So you have to shop around and be ready for that. Being successful is being prepared and know where to go. Now, a lot of that you're going to experience on your own when you get here. You're going to have to shop, find out where the areas are, find out where you like the food. There's certain foods you might like that have this, and certain foods you have that like that. And so you have to be patient and be open to just traveling around and checking things out. I'm still finding places here where I live in Tarlac that is unbelievable. They got another stand that opened up. When I say stand, it's a street stand. It's called Barrera. They have tacos there, man. Outstanding tacos. And even little salad tacos in a container they give you for 170 pesos. Any kind of burrito taco you want. It's a little Mexican stand. So you could find Mexican food here. You can find all kinds of food. You can find places that cook bacon crisp for you if you want it, but you have to find out your area, look around. Maybe another foreigner can tell you this is a great place, but check it out. You may not like it. It all depends. Everybody's opinion of what is good and what isn't good changes. But yeah, being successful is being aware that you're going to have to look different places for stuff. Like when I came here, I brought about 50 cigars. You're allowed to bring 100, but I brought 50 because I know where to get them. I did my research early, so I get mine online, but only here in the Philippines. I don't order them outside of the Philippines here because the cost of shipping is too much. But they do have cigars. This one here is a La Gloria Series R Maduro. This is one of my favorites. So I order mine online. I get them in 3 days from Manila, cash on demand. I don't have to pay ahead of time. I just order them. They come here. You don't pay for it, you don't get it. So it's really nice though, cash on delivery. You don't have that in the States, or where you're from probably you don't have cash on delivery. But yeah, these are things you want to think about. So I order mine 20 at a time. And I'm able to enjoy my cigars. So, yeah, other things you want to, haircuts. Haircuts are cheap here. It's only about 170 pesos. That's it. $1 for a haircut. US. You can't beat that. $3 US. Can't beat that. Haircut for $3 here. You can't beat that, man. I mean, there's so many things that are so reasonable here. The haircuts are just reasonable, man. I mean, for the economy that the Philippines have, you know. And of course, being successful is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. It's how you live your life. Do you want it drama-free or drama? Do you want to just enjoy the people, the surroundings? I go down and have coffee at 7-Eleven here where I live. Some of them speak a little English. I talk with them all the time, you know. There's a guy there that opens the door for you, you know. They have these guys that any way to make money they try, so they hold the door open for you. Really nice guy. I think his name's Mike. Filipino guy. He has a bad foot. His ankle twists forward, so he walks on his edge of his ankle. He just never had any money to get it fixed. He hurt it in a trike accident. But, you know, sometimes they don't want him to hold the door, but he does. And I give him a little 20 pesos, you know, once in a while, because he holds the door for me. You know, he's trying to make it. So, that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's up to you whether you want to do that or not. But he's a nice guy. I sit and talk with him all the time. He has about 6 kids, you know. 2 of them have autism. So, I mean, Filipinos are, some of them go through a lot. But, I have a nice time talking to him there. He's a really nice guy. And some other people that know me because I go there all the time. Hey, how you doing? You know, how you doing, sir? How you doing? You know, it's pretty nice. But yeah, clothing, you want to make sure you bring enough of these shirts, okay, your size, pack them in there and carry some with you. And carry extra of those things because you might not be able to find them here because Philippines are smaller people. And there are a few big Philippines, but I asked one of the ladies, how does the big Philippines, when I went to the market, it's an outside market, big market, they sell fish, all kinds of things in there, clothing, you name it. How does a big Filipino find it? That she goes, hand-me-downs, older clothing sometimes. You can find it, but you have to look for it. And if you're going to be here a while, you'll have the time to look for it and find out what's around you. And that's why it's good to be prepared for that, So pack what you need shoes-wise, shirts-wise, in those balikbayan boxes before you come here, if that's your choice, that you finally made a decision with your wife or yourself that you're coming here. You'll find it a little more enjoyable. Maybe that specific cologne you have that you like, bring that with you. Get some extra. You may not be able to find it right away. So bring an extra of those things and put them in a balikbayan box. We put our air fryer in our balikbayan box. It fit right in there. We fit it in. All kinds of clothes, you name it, we put in there. Shoes and everything. It's a good thing I did. Up here, I have all my shoes. But I don't wear shoes too much. But when it's raining or something, then I'll wear tennis shoes. Sometimes my flip-flops. But so being successful means a lot of other things than just your health care and just you having enough money to live here, to build a house, to, expect those things that don't go right, when you're building a house. Sometimes something may not go right, so you have to adjust for that, be patient, If it's on the rainy days that you happen to build, during the rainy season, well, then you're going to have a lot of days that there's no work. So, they'll go away and not come back for a little bit because it's raining. So those are things you'll experience, or you'll hear other expats if you watch some of their vlogging about how to build a house. There's a lot of ways to build a house. So you want to be successful, I would do your research a little bit first. Then when you come here, do some more research. You could talk to a few expats or look at their videos to see what they did. But decide what you want to do and what kind of windows you want, what kind of tile you want, what kind of paint you want, what the design is. Have somebody make the design for you, a contractor that is an architect. Those type of things, Those are all things that will help you be a little more successful along your way in the Philippines. So yeah, those are very important things when you come to the Philippines, plus food. So you may have a special hot sauce you like. Bring a few of those until you can think you could find ones here. The ones I find are at SNR, which is like the Costco place. That place has everything. And yeah, so I get my hot sauce from the SNR because that's a place you can get it. You can get good chili and beans there. You can get good frozen pizza there. You can get everything. They have frozen counter, they have beer, they have wine, they have everything that a Costco has. So do that. Check that out when you get here and become a member. It's not much to become a member. I'm a member. We're a member, so we go there shopping once a month and grab what we need and put it in our freezer. So yeah, to be successful, you got to think about all these things, you know. Don't forget that when you're coming here, about those things. A lot of people don't think about those things, about the shoes or the thongs or flip-flops they call them, or tinsillas here they call them, cintillas. Make sure you got a few of those, okay, because they can take some wear and tear sometimes, but make sure you bring them. You know, any shoes you have that are your size. I only have one pair of dress shoes because I don't dress up too many places to go. I'm always in this. Imagine a place you can come from. You don't have to wear pants, a shirt, and all that stuff. And you could wear shorts and a shirt every day. Man, it's like you're at the beach every day. It's beautiful here, man. It's beautiful. Yes, yes indeed. And so when I came here, I said, well, where was I going to get my cigars? I get them online from Manila or Cigar PH. They have different varieties. The funny thing is, though, unless you go down there, you can't buy a box. You can only buy singles. So I will, excuse me, so I will have to buy 20 or 25 singles at a time, which is pretty reasonable. But that's what I do. I get 20 or 25 at a time so that I have something to smoke and enjoy. You know what's really neat is I didn't, there goes my lighter. But I didn't know this. But my wife's sister family grows tobacco. And they sell it to Tabacalera, which was back in the day one of the biggest cigar factories in the world. And they have a Guinness Book of World Records for that. It's amazing. Today I think they're the second or third. But they were the first cigar factory in the Philippines, Tabacalera, and I think it's La something else. There's two cigars that they make here in the Philippines that are Philippine cigars, and they ship all over the world. So that was pretty interesting. So I got a bag of leaves, and I'm going to try for the first time to roll my own cigar. I watched a lot of videos about how to roll a cigar. So I bought a kilo, 1 kilo of cigar leaves for 1,000 pesos. That's pretty good. So that's nice, but I didn't know that. So she told me, so sure, I'll try it. So I went and got one of those potato bags full of leaves, and I put them in a plastic bag, and I tied it tight. And it's already dried out. They already dried it out. So now I put it in there and let it humidate in there a little bit and get soft. And then I'll try rolling one. But yeah, to be successful, I had someone tell me, well, I only talked about last time about a certain success. That's important to be successful in that when you come here, though, is your insurance and finding out about how to get it. And having enough money to live here and live your life. Those are two big things for success. The others are the incidental things that you go through while you're here. Learning how to navigate the streets, whether you're going to drive or ride a motorbike. Now for me, I didn't grow up riding a motorbike. And riding a motorbike in the Philippines here is scary. Now, some of you have ridden a motorbike before. It may not be scary for you, but the laws are not the same. The way they drive here are not like in the States. It's a little different. So you're going to experience that when you come. So that's another thing to do your little investigation and come here and experience is that. and riding in a trike. See how you experience riding in a trike, you know, motorcycle with a little sidecar type thing, or riding a motorcycle yourself or an e-bike. But too dangerous for me. So what we said is let's get a car. So we got a 2019 Fortuner Toyota, which is the sister of the 4Runner in the States, the Toyota 4Runner. But only in the Europe do they have the Toyota Fortuner, it's called. And it's like an SUV. Great car, great car. I think I have a picture of it on one of my videos. When we first got here, I did a video with the car, opened the doors, showed the car. But yeah, beautiful car, diesel. It's been great. The 4.5 years we've been here, going on 5 years, it's been great, man. Mileage is good. It's held up great. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can think about if you're coming here to the Philippines to adjust to the language barrier, adjust to the behavior of the Philippine people, and our behavior in not getting upset or if you don't think it's right, make a big deal about it with the Filipinos. You don't want to do that. Just suck it up and experience that and then go on to something else. But yeah, don't make waves when you're here. You're a guest in the Philippines when you come here. If you're a tourist or even a permanent resident like we are, we're still a guest. So that's one thing you want to think about. You're a guest. And when you come to somebody's house, if they want you to take their shoes off, you take your shoes off. But here in the Philippines, everybody takes their shoes off when you come to the door. In the States, it doesn't matter. You walk right in, you know. But you'll find out if you take your shoes off at the door and you walk inside, you got less mess. It's not as messy, you know, when you take your shoes off, you know. But so there are a lot of customs here that you'll get used to. The different holidays that are here in the Philippines, you'll get to know what they are. And also when you're around in the mall, or you're around the stores, or you're getting your gas pumped, they have a thing that they do at 8 o'clock every morning, or I think it's 6 or 8 o'clock, they'll play the national anthem in a lot of places. And all of a sudden everybody stops, nobody moves. So if you find yourself in that position, just stand there, you know, and just respect it. Everybody stops moving. You know, it's just like in the States when they play the national anthem, everybody stops, puts their hand over the heart. But for us, you just stand there and respect it. There's, you know, and you'll hear people singing it while they're standing there. It's one of their national things that they do in different areas at a certain time. Sometimes in the mall, everybody stops, stands there, and the Filipinos will sing, da 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 da. You know, you'll hear the song many times, but it's nice. It's nice to see, you know, their patriotism. And take your hat off. Don't forget to take your hat off, you know. If you don't, oh well, don't worry about it unless somebody says something to you. But yeah, so there's a lot of things to be successful. But these are things that you learn as you're living here and you're adjusting to where you go to eat, where you go to shop. There's so many different shopping centers here. You know, we got Save More, Let's Save, all kinds of places. We also got City Hardware, Ace Hardware, just a dozen places. You can find anything really you want, but you'll have to shop around sometimes and find something that isn't at this store, and you'll find it at another store. So those are things you to think about when you come to the Philippines. You know, you want to enjoy the culture. You'll find it very enjoyable, you know. And if you're a patient person, you'll even enjoy it better than a person that gets upset. Because sure if I don't know in the States what it's like when you're driving and someone cuts you off and flips you the bird. You will not find that here in the Philippines. You will not find anybody getting out of their car and yelling at each other. And especially if there's an accident, nobody yells. They all come out to help. The PNP comes, they take the information, and you guys are going to go to your barangay and work it out. Nobody yells. Nobody stands there and yells, it's his fault, that mother, but and cuss you out. And that, no, nobody cusses. No. It's a culture a lot different. The kids respect you. They take your hand and they put it up against your forehead like this. They take their hand and put it up on your forehead, showing a sign of respect for an older person. Which is kind of neat. Even my wife's son's kids do that. Every time they come here, they put their hand on there, go like that on my forehead. Shows respect. And if you see an older woman or something, you say hello, tita, because tita is the word they use for an older person, an older lady. So there's a lot of things here you can enjoy life with. Don't get distracted by all these vloggers, man, and making it look like it's all a mirage. It just looks too unbelievable the way they are. No, they're just in an area where that's what they do. So don't live vicariously through them when you're watching the videos. Take the things that you want. And also to be successful is a good thing is the Philippine laws here are not like the laws in the United States. They do not interpret the laws of the Philippines like you do in the States. So if there's a law in the Philippines and you broke that law, it's not gonna be like what you think it should be. It's their law. So you want to respect their law. You're a guest in their country. You're a guest. Remember that. You're a visitor. Okay, now if you're a permanent resident, I am still a guest. I'm a permanent resident. We are. We still show respect. And we don't fight and get upset with our neighbors around us, even if we don't like something. Live with it. Get by with it. It's good. It's cool. You'll get used to it. It's not that bad. So pick your area to be successful. You also do your own investigation. See what areas you like, how you feel about it. Of course, we ended up in Tarlac because her family lives right across the street. One of her sons has 2 kids and a wife. Well, he's not married to her, but they've been together a long time. They have 2 kids, and they live across the street. So there was property opened across the street from them, and so that's why we moved here. Now, if she lived somewhere else in Zambales or Makati, and I met her, and that's where she lived, that's probably where we'd be, And who knows, maybe we'd make a move later, but it just worked out that way. And don't listen to these people that say, oh, be careful moving too close to family. No, don't listen to that stuff. One person's experience does not blanket everyone else's experience that way. So that's another way to be successful. Don't look at someone's example to mean that, I can't live with my wife's, I got to pay her a fee every night, I got to give her a little money every month with a family. No, it's not like that with everybody. You marry somebody young, maybe if that's what she wants to take care of her family. Well, those are things you're going to have to find out to be successful. Do you mind doing that? My wife, she was a little younger than me, 2 years younger than me. I'm 70, she's 68. She doesn't expect any of that at all. We came here to live and retire for us, and it doesn't mean we help them out sometimes. It doesn't mean we don't do that, but it's not like some of these vloggers make it sound like they got to give them a tithing every month to live on. Here's 20,000 pesos to live on for the month. No, our bank accounts are joint bank accounts. We don't do that. Now, someone else's may be a little different. So it all's different. Your success will depend upon you and the knowledge that you bring and that you do research on. And when you get here, how your behavior is when you see and adjust to the things in the Philippines that are quite different, and how friendly the people are. Oh, I can't tell you, excuse me. My lighter fell. I can't tell you how enjoyable it is to be around Filipinos that are all friendly all the time, man. When I leave and go out my gate and drive down the street and go to the main street, I see people all the time and I wave to them. Hey, Paul. And they say, hey, Paul. Hey, sir. Back. It's just great. I mean, now, can there be those that may not like you? Yeah, but I don't react to any of those people. That hasn't happened to me. But can it happen? Sure. But you adjust to that. Anywhere in the world you go, states the same way. You get people that are like that. But more than likely, it's not the problem. You know, you don't want to attract people because, and when you talk to people, you don't raise your voices. Okay, you keep your voice at a monotone, and explain yourself, what you'd like. You know, where can I get this? You know, or something, and it's fine. But we never raise your voices to a Filipino, especially Americans. We have that certain vibe about us when we raise our voices. It doesn't go sit good with them. What do you mean by that? No, you can't do that. No, you don't want to do that. What do you mean? You just go, oh, well, what does that mean? You don't want to you don't want to raise your voice and get yourself upset. You know what I mean? So, one person's success can be another's success. But what's your success? What is your success, and what do you want out of life, and what do you prepare for when you come here to the Philippines? And our success, I believe, is fine. We believe we're doing fine. We enjoy being here, enjoying life, living a peaceful life that it can be. Not that it couldn't, but it is. So try to stay positive. And if you've ever thought about moving to the Philippines, remember those few other little things that you need to do is your food, okay? Your buying boxes. Make sure you bring enough shirts that fit you like this. Maybe you got some hats, maybe, but shirts and thongs. Those are hard to find here in the Philippines, your size. You may be smaller than me, let's say, or someone a little bigger. Like I said, I'm 6'1", in between 6'1" and 6'2", and I wear size 13. So 13s are hard to find here, hard to find. So I bring them to myself. I brought them with me. I did that ahead of time because I knew about that. Just watching a lot of vloggers sometimes. I watched a lot of vloggers before I came here, a lot about the Philippines. So when I came here and I landed in Manila, I've seen Manila before, Aquino Airport. It's like I was been there before because I've seen so much of it. So yeah, familiarize with things, and smile and be happy. And if no one said they love you today, I love you. Thank you.